Hello everyone, and welcome back to Blockchain Minute. This is your host Shabor, and today I will show you how to set up a masternode on your SpectreSecurityCoin wallet. So let's get started. So first off, you need to set up a new receive address, or use the one you have and change its label to whatever you want, MN1, MN01, MN something preferably. From here, you want to send a transaction of 25,000 coins. Once you send your 25,000 coins, it has to have at least 600 confirmations. As you can see here, there's 13,000 confirmations. From here, you want to go in Help. In Help, you want to type in masternode outputs. It'll show you your transaction ID and the index of the transaction ID. With these two information, what you want to do is open your Explorer and then type in your search bar %app data %xs SpectreSecurityCoin. So S, and just click on SpectreSecurityCoin. From here, you don't have the masternode.com file, so let's make it. So new text document masternode.conf, and now let's open it. So what you'll want to do here is type in the label of your address. So in our case, it's MN01. Now you want to type in the IP address of the VPS you'll be using. So right now, let's put this on pause and go fetch a VPS. So I recommend you using Vultr. So let's go to my.vultr.com. Alright, so once you're logged in, as you can see here, I've got multiple VPSs in multiple locations. So from here, what you want to do is press on the plus here, deploy new server. Choose whatever location you want. Just for the example, let's use Atlanta since it's already selected. Then for the server type, you'll want a 64-bit OS for Ubuntu 16.04, and server size, you can get a $5 one with 1 CPU, 1 gig of RAM, and 1,000 gigs of bandwidth. That's going to be enough for what we need. Then from here, you can do additional features. That's up to you. We don't need those. Enter server host name. So if it's your, we could call it XSPC masternode, and then press deploy. Alright, so installing. Now let's just wait a minute. While we're waiting, you will need, alright, so while we're waiting on that, you will need an SSH client. So what you can do is SSH Bitwise right here, download, and download Bitwise SSH client installer. And let's just put this on our desktop. Now it's downloaded. Yes. Say that you agree. Install it wherever you want, and you can click here or not, it's up to you, and then upgrade. Well, in your case it will be installed, but I already have it installed. Okay, so now as you can see here, the new server says it's running, so you can click here, and it may still be finishing installing, blah blah blah. You don't need that right now. So what we want to do right now is modify our masternode, come file again, So after MN01, your masternode label, you want to add the IP address, which is this one. Control C for copy. And then do a colon and type in 13337. That will be the port used by the masternode for the masternode connection. Then here you will need the masternode private key. So here you have to come here, open debug window. It's already open somewhere, right here. Now let's do a masternode it's masternode gen key. So masternode gen key, and now I'll give you a key which you copy with Control C and paste in here. Now you go get the transaction ID and the index from the masternode outputs, and the index is 1, so just space 1, and now we're good to go. So save this with Control S and close it. Alright, now we don't need this anymore, and we can minimize this for now. We can close this as well and move this here. Alright, so now as you can see here, our username is root, so host is the IP address, so 66.42.92.243. On the port, well, standard SSH port, so port 22. And username will be root. So let's do a login, accept and save. The password is written here. It's a randomly generated password. You can change it later. I personally will change it, so it doesn't matter if you see it. And then press OK. Alright, so from here, if you want to change your password, what you want to do is pass WD and then new password. Password updated successfully, so now the password is no longer this, so now you have to remember your password, else this one won't work anymore. Alright, now that we're in here, we will need the installation script. Apt get install git and now let's do a git clone of this dot git ls2c. Now let's move in Spectre installer. As you can see here, there's no X here, which means the X means execute. So what we have to do is chmod plus X to add the execute permission, mn underscore tab, enter. Now as you can see here, there's X's everywhere. Alright, so from here, I want to do ./mn tab, enter. And now it's just a waiting game, preparing the VPS to set up. SpectreSecurityCoin masternode now is going to do a few things. If you want to look at what it's doing, you can come over here and look at the script. I'm not going to go through it with you guys, but if you understand Bash, which is fairly easy to read, then just go have a look and you can go see what it does. Alright, as you can see here, it's adding Bitcoin PPA repository, installing required packages. It may take some time, which means all the packages that need to make the masternode work is actually being installed. And now as you can see here, it says enter your SpectreSecurityCoin masternode gen key, which is the key that we've created earlier. That is in our configuration file, but let's go get it here. Masternode gen key is right here. So copy and paste. Just right click and enter. Alright, I did a mistake. It's on port 13338. So we have to modify our configuration file again. So now your masternode on your VPS is ready. So let's close this to make sure it uses the right configuration file, because we've modified it. And to be truthful, we need to modify it again, like I just said earlier. So app data / SpectreSecurityCoin. Let's go back in masternode.conf, change D7 for an 8, save, close. You can close this, and let's start our wallet, and there you go. Alright, now if we come in masternodes, update, you see that I have MN1 66.42.92.243 at port 13338. There's no donation, there's no donation address. That's optional. And yeah. From here, I recommend greatly to, well, first of all, start up your masternode here. It should be in your bin, so just type in SpectreSecurityCoin D. Yeah. Alright, it says it's probably already running. That's probably because it started it after it finished installing it. Let's go have a look. Now let's do get info. Alright, as you can see here, we're at 35,000 blocks. We have 12 connections. My wallet is synchronized at 53,000 blocks, so we're not too far behind. Just give it a few minutes to catch up. Once it caught up, what you'll want to do is, I've noticed there's some errors using the start and start all buttons. So what we can do is just go in debug window here, go in console, and then type in masternode start-alias space MN01, or whatever label you gave to your masternode here, which is the alias here. So masternode start alias, using the alias here, enter, alias MN01, result successful. So now you see that your masternode has started. Now if you type in masternode status, you see that everything seems fine. Status 0 means that it's working. Not capable reason, there's no reason that it's not capable of running. So everything looks fine so far. And if we do update here, it says masternode is running. And now as you can see here, we've got our first masternode rewards, which took about, I don't know, a minute, maybe 2 before getting it. So that's pretty much it for this tutorial. I hope you liked it. Leave a like if you did, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one.